Greetings and welcome back to another wristwatch video and the first wristwatch video of 2023. And what better way to start the year than with a wristwatch collection video, something I personally enjoy watching on other people's channels. Now, originally I wanted to make this video at the end of 2022, but I guess I just wasn't fast enough, so we will be doing this at the beginning of this year. And my idea is to film a video like this at the end of every year or at the beginning of every next year, so we can just keep track of how the collection develops, how my tastes develop. Now today we will be taking a look at two boxes I have full of watches. The first box here is with all of my dress watches, and the second box contains my more sporty watches slash digital watches. So let's open the first box and take a look what is inside. And inside you can see all my dress watches. Most of them are vintage, and all of them except for this one right here are given to me by my grandfather, because my grandfather clearly had good taste in watches. And let's start with the bottom right hand corner with my most dressy dress watch, let's say it like that. It is the Omega DeVille dress watch. So why is this the dressiest dress watch in my collection? Well, simply because it doesn't have a seconds hand, no minute markers, no text on the dial except the Omega logo. This is a true dress watch. It's also very small, very thin, it easily goes under the cuff. It's hard to notice because, as per etiquette, dress watches should not really have seconds hands, because then that shows the host you are bored and want to go away as soon as possible. It's a quartz powered watch, by the way. Of course, I will give more details about the watch when I make a review of it. So regarding the videos, or sorry, regarding the watches in today's video, if I did not make a review of them, I will be making it in the future. For all the watches I already made a review, I will be leaving links in the description of this video. Let's continue with the collection. Next wristwatch is this one from the Swiss company Doxa. It's also a quartz dress watch. However, because of the minute markers, it's a bit less dressy than the Omega right here. Now, what's cool about this timepiece is when and where it was bought. It was actually bought in Sarajevo in 1984 during the Winter Olympics, which is pretty cool for me because my origins are from the former Yugoslav region. So I like this little piece of history right here in my collection. The third dress watch is another Swiss brand. However, I don't think this one is very well known to most collectors today. It is the Swiss brand Marvin, which unfortunately did not really make it through the quartz crisis started by Seiko. I think they still officially exist, but I don't think they make watches to the level they used to make in their glory days. I think also this brand was fairly popular during the Yugoslav era. It's a bit more of a differently shaped case. It's more of a cube shape, and this watch is powered by an ETA movement. Now, there's also one more interesting fact about this watch. However, I will be revealing that fact when I eventually make a review of the watch. And now the second Omega in my collection, it is this Omega Constellation dress watch. What's cool about this one is the movement. So this is the F300 Hertz movement. How my father used to call it the electronic watch. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work, as you can see, because it needs servicing and it needs it urgently. However, the service is pretty expensive because of the movement, because of the uniqueness of the movement. Omega asks for like 500 Swiss francs for the service, so I will have to save up a bit of money before I make this watch work again. Next dress watch is, I think, actually the most worn watch in 2022. I think I wore this watch the most. It is the beautiful Longines Conquest with the caliber 706 movement inside. I just love how this dress watch looks, and I love how it looks on my wrist. Like 36mm diameter, it has a beautiful raised plexiglass crystal, the golden case. I really just like how this dress watch looks, and this is definitely my most worn watch of 2022. Of course, we also have a dress watch from a Japanese company, a Japanese brand. It is the Orient brand with their dress watch. Just look at that beautiful sunburst effect on the dial. I think this might be my second most worn watch after the Longines, because again, I just love how this one looks. It has an automatic movement, but again, I will not be going into too many details about this watch until I make a full review of it. So yes, this is the Orient dress watch. And now a dress watch from another company that I don't think many Westerners are familiar with. This is the Holokron Swiss watch brand, another brand that doesn't really exist anymore, but it used to be extremely popular in Yugoslavia. I bought this watch by accident. So I was going to film this review, a Serbian review of this Omega watch, and on my way to my let's see, studio, I stumbled upon a guy selling this watch for like under $10, and I had to buy it because mostly I wanted a small second-hand watch in my collection, and this one was still working. The brand is linked to old Yugoslavia, and I thought it was very cool. So I bought it, I sent it to my watchmaker, and for like $23 of servicing, I got a beautiful little dress piece. It looks, well, I mean, it does look brand new, but it looks fairly good considering its age. And that's it for my vintage watches. And now we will be taking a look at the watches you can actually still buy today, be it new or maybe on eBay or Chrono24, starting with the Tissot Visit 8, my first dress watch I ever bought. So this is a very cool little dress watch. What's cool is the case of the watch. It's all in one piece, and what's also cool is that at the top it's 38 millimeters, but at the bottom it's a 40 millimeter diameter, so the watch actually narrows down as we go to the top, powered by the ETA 2836 movement. Next watch is the only German watch I have in my collection. It is the Stowa Marine Classic 40. Again, another beautiful dress watch. Look at those blued hands, just gorgeous. Powered by the ETA 2804 movement. This is the 40 millimeter version. There is a 36 millimeter version, which I actually wanted to buy, but I just wasn't patient enough, so I got this one instead because they had this one on discount. Funnily enough, a couple of months later, they had the 36 millimeter version on discount as well. So, moral of the story, be patient, it will be worth the wait. But still, I love this watch. I think it's a very good value for money proposition, in my opinion. And now the most controversial watch in my collection, most definitely, which a lot of wristwatch collectors, they just hate it when they just hear the name of the brand. This is a fashion brand, is the Movement watch, the Movement Arc Automatic. Now, I got this watch as a present from a very, very close person, and I love it for that reason. I wear it for that reason. I don't care if it's a fashion watch or not. It has a lot of sentimental value to me. It's powered by the Miyota 821A movement, and yeah, if you're interested in more details, I made a review of this fashion watch as well. Also, I'm keeping it on this Artem sailcloth strap because the original strap the watch comes with is garbage. I made a review of the Artem straps. If you're interested in that, again, link is in the description of this video, but that is the most controversial watch in my collection. And the next one is one out of two Chinese watches I have. This is the Seagull 1963, the most affordable mechanical chronograph you can buy with the beautiful ST19 movement. And I actually bought this watch to mark an occasion where I ended a part of my career, so to speak. So my career at that point included a lot of communication with people from Asia, mostly from China. So when I ended that part of my work experience, I wanted to buy this watch to mark that occasion. A very, very cool little chronograph with a lot of history in it. And the last watch in this watch box, it's not really a dress watch, it's a sports watch. It's the Tissot PRS 516 Automatic. But before I had any of these watches, before I bought the Tissot Visit 8 being my first dress watch, I used to wear this whenever I would dress up. 42 millimeter diameter, 2836 ETA movement, ceramic bezel, etc. Very, very nice watch. I just wish it was 40 millimeters. I think then it would be a amazing watch. Also, I have this one on the Artem sailcloth strap as well. Again, if you're interested in the Artem sailcloth straps, review is in the description of this video. And that's it regarding the first box. And now let's take a look at my more sporty / digital watches. And as you can see, the box containing my sports / digital watch is a lot smaller because I just prefer dress watches. I mean, I work at the office, I work with clients, so dress watches are more something I need than sports watches. It's also in this like faux leather watch box, which I got from Lidl. If you have a Lidl, pay attention when they have these watch boxes for sale. I think they are pretty good value for money. And the first watch in this box, it's not a sports watch per se, it's more of a field / pilot's watch. It is, of course, the Seiko 5 SNK809 watch, which is like a mixture of field and Flieger watch designs. Now, this used to be the best value for money mechanical watch you can buy. I think these went for like $50 on Amazon, even less than that. However, because this watch is discontinued, it has jumped up in price a bit. However, you can still find it on Joma Shop for under $80. And I think you should buy this because it is a classic timepiece at this moment. I also did a review of this watch. If you're interested, the link is in the description of the video. And the first out of two digital watches I have is this Casio W24 Marlin. What's cool about this watch is its age, because this watch is from the 1980s and it still works. As you can see, the only thing that doesn't really work is the light function. When you press the light function, it doesn't really turn on. But besides that, very cool little piece, still works. This was something my father got, and now I can wear this as well. And if all goes well, maybe my children will have this watch in their collection as well. So the next watch is also another Casio watch, and it's also another Casio watch from the 1980s. I actually got this watch, well, found this watch by accident when cleaning my closet, believe it or not, when I was moving. So yes, I just put a new battery in and it works. So these two watches are definitely proof that Casio is an amazing brand, and then if you buy a Casio watch, it will work for decades, no problem whatsoever. Next watch here is a watch from the brand Festina. Now, I'm not a big fan of Festina watches at all, in all honesty, but I got this watch again for my 18th birthday from a friend of mine as a present, which is why I like it, which is why I wear it, because it has a lot of sentimental value to me. Maybe it's not the best built watch in the world, not even close, but I think it's wonderful nonetheless. And also it has a beautiful sunburst effect. As you know, I love my sunburst effects. And the next Chinese watch in my collection, the second Chinese watch in my collection, is of course the St. Martin Vintage Diver. This watch has amazing build quality, amazing specifications for the money. We have an NH35, a ceramic bezel, sapphire crystal, solid link, solid end link, middle clasps, 200 meters, water resistant, screw down crown for like $200. St. Martin is definitely the king of AliExpress watches. I think they make the best watches on AliExpress at this moment. If you want to buy a Chinese watch from AliExpress, look up St. Martin. You will not make a mistake there. And the last watch in this box, and also the watch with the longest name officially out of all the watches in my collection, this is the Steinhardt Ocean One 39 GMT Premium 500 Ceramic. Very long name. We're just going to call it the Steinhardt. This watch is a clear homage to the Rolex Batman. However, it's not a one-to-one homage. It has some of its own design elements. Unfortunately, this watch has been discontinued by Steinhardt for reasons I really can't understand, and now they have a one-to-one homage of the Rolex Batmans. I don't know why. I think they should have kept this one. I think this one is a lot better than the new Batman homage they're selling on the site. Also, the first English review I ever made was on this watch, so if you're interested, link is in the description of this video. Again, amazing specs, amazing value for money. And finally, the last watch, the watch I'm wearing today, so wristwatch check. It is the Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanical 38. Now technically this is not my watch. I bought this watch for my father's 60th birthday, but because I tend to borrow it so much from him, I decided to put it in this collection video as well. Amazing watch. Again, I think I already made a review of this watch, and link is in the description of this video. And that's it. That is my entire wristwatch collection, at least up to the point of making of this video. Will it change in the future? Will we see a different watch collection next year? Maybe. Who knows? But nevertheless, I think I have most, if not all, of my occasions covered with the collection I currently have right now. So, of course, if you like this video, as always, leave a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, leave a thumbs down, and maybe give me some suggestions on how I can improve my content. Subscribe if you want to see more wristwatch or fragrance-related videos. And until next time, guys, have a great day, and bye. And as you can see, the box containing my sports last literature.